Listen, if you can't figure out where we're going now, at least what country, you ain't so smart.
Never been before.
Really?
I've never been.
It's the first time I traveled out of the country. This is where I went. And we got in the bus on the way to the resort.
Mm-hmm.
And underneath the seat we were sitting in, we kicked a box, and it was a box of empty beer bottles. And we're like, what is going on? And the guy turned around and offered us a beer. We're like, okay, all right.
I'm here for it.
We had been offered other things just previous to that. So talk about that in a little bit too. Isabel is here from Travel Leaders. Today is the day, CFG 2024. We do an announcement. Welcome to the new Swank Digs here.
Good morning. I love your new studio.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We moved up in the world. We're from Disco 102.
I got my old morning show fired, then came over here just so we could move into the Taj Mahal.
My reduction in force will be coming soon.
No,
so she
it
is
will
the
not.
Dragon Lady, is what she is.
You're safe with me.
Cockroach who will outlive all of us. So we're gonna announce it in a minute here. The excitement of it is well, not the excitement, but the important point of it is we're about 40% sold out before we even talked about it on the air, right?
Yes, and I give you a play-by-play yesterday. I mean, we did fantastic.
She kept telling me where we were at.
On the hour.
Yeah. Do you have like who the first person was to book it?
Yeah, let me pull that
up. So that's the people who've gone on the trip before. Once you go, if you go on the camp, you're gonna, because it doesn't matter where we go. It could be Moline. We would still sell out because it's the people that go on this trip. If you have lame friends that are like, go by yourself, you'll have 200 brand new best friends. The CFGers do everything together. It's a very welcoming group, and it's the reason the trip has been so awesome as it has. So, yeah, who do you know who was first?
Yes,
we're about 40% sold out.
I'm just curious if it was someone that was on the golf trip with us.
Yeah, because people at 1 o'clock yesterday, people get out their phones.
There was timers going.
I gotta book the trip on our.
So let's talk about the top three people. So Darylyn King, Elaine Ray.
All right.
So they're traveling together.
Yeah.
And Joseph Edward.
Yeah.
And then Robert Scott.
You're doing first and middle names.
Just first, yeah.
You're keeping their last names secret.
Yeah, we keep their last
We don't want
names
to
secret.
out anybody for going on a fabulous vacation.
Yes,
in February. We're actually going February this year, and people are like, "Why change it?" People like to complain. We're changing dates because that's when we could get the best deal, and we could get the flights, and we could get the resort we need. And
February is the worst,
and the new destination.
So much that goes into this, and the place has that squeaky new resort smell. It's not new, but they tore it apart,
fully renovated,
completely refurbished.
Correct.
This place
fully renovated.
Yeah,
so the full renovation should be completed towards the ends of November and beginning of December of this year.
So it's not open yet.
No, it's a hard renovation.
Yeah.
Hard hat tours.
That's travel people talk for. They had to close. Sometimes they'll close down like one thing and fix that, move and do the next thing and fix the rooms. They completely shut it down. Kind of like what they're doing here. They're going to completely shut it down eventually. And the AIs will come in. We'll be
doing a hard hat tour to make sure it's perfect.
Okay.
Well, you're going?
Yes.
I'm available for that.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
Put
Good
me
to
down.
know.
Put me down. And listen to this. From my ditch digging days, I can bring my own hard hat.
Oh,
I still have my hard hat, so it's quite.
Well,
are you ready? Are you ready to announce this?
I am, but I'd like to say that we're already 48% sold out.
So let's just say half.
Let's do half.
Halfway mark.
Halfway sold out. So if you're thinking about going, now would be a good time.
That would be a great time
to book things because we are going. Wait until you have to wait until after the. When I put the drum roll in, I didn't know it was so long.
30 minutes
the
long.
World's longest drum roll. So we'll be back next with the results on American Idol. We are going in February to
Dun, 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 dun. Hideaway at Royalton Blue Waters Resort and Spa.
I like that she did dun, 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 dun. Computer, restart the song. I like that she did dun, 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 dun.
That was like my Spanish version.
Yeah. So Jamaica, it's the first place I ever went out of the country. I don't know the last time we went to Jamaica. So,
oh heavens.
And we've never gone to this destination in Jamaica. Now, Jamaica, man. I just started speaking Jamaica.
Jamaica.
I just started speaking.
You just got a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Jamaica. So the thing with Jamaica is you fly into Montego Bay, and then you either go one way to go to Negril, or you go the other way to go to Ocho Rios.
Right. Okay.
And it's usually like, now when we first went there, before they had the highway in, you went on the back roads and it took you half a day to get there.
They go like 100 miles an hour too.
And like things are an inch away from you.
Yeah.
I thought you said you've never been. It's frightening.
No, I know, because they drive the same way in Dominican.
So now they have a highway in, and to go to those places, it's a little quicker. But we're not even dicking around with that this time around. We're going to a place like a half hour from the Montego Bay Airport.
I love being close to the airport.
Right there. Well, and here's the beauty of that. If you're like, oh, I like the things in Ocho Rios, like Dunn's River or that bobsled thing or whatever.
Or Luminous Lagoon.
Yeah. If you like the Dunn's River stuff, that's only half the distance away.
Okay.
Or Negril is the other. You want to go to Rick's Cafe or the 7 Mile Beach. That's the other way. You could actually go to things at both. Whereas if you were in Negril, you wouldn't really go to Ocho Rios. And if you were in Ocho Rios, you wouldn't really go to Negril. But you can kind of go to both. Or there's plenty of stuff now to do in Montego Bay, Runaway Bay, around there.
Yes.
All sorts of stuff.
So busy. So there's, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. We have some great excursion options as well, different than what we've done in years past, true to the destination. So really excited to get that.
All right. And we're going in February, and this is when you guys can get the space and the flights and the
correct. So February 3rd through the 10th. So of next year. And yes, we hear you when you say, I want to try something new. I want it to be special, especially since it's the 25th anniversary. So we have some nice little things up our sleeves to show you.
Okay.
And the welcome event, it will be different. The farewell event will definitely be different. So we're excited to showcase this.
I have no idea what she's saying about that. So are you going to tell us what that is, or is it going to be a surprise at the resort?
I guess I can share some details.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that coming up next. Welcome.
It'll be nice.
I want to know about the welcome and the farewell. So we do, when we go on these things, there's a lot of private, like WIIL Rock events. Jim and Justin from Modern Day Romeos will be there. They perform for us. There's the welcome and the farewell. There's the flippy cup and the beer pong. And there's all the belly flop competition.
I met the guy that did the belly flop competition.
The winner?
Well, I don't know if he was the winner or if he was the loser.
Oh, the guy that cut his head. Yeah. Did he tell you what he wore for the belly flop competition when he cut his head? I thought he injured his unit. Because he wore basically a paper towel tube.
Yes, actually he did.
He called it a dog enclosure.
Yes.
And when they took him away, I thought he had injured that. But it was Isabel's like, don't talk about the injuries on the trip.
What? No injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
we bring them all home.
Yeah. So. It's called F around and find out.
Right. You have insurance, right?
Yeah. Right. Get the Totally. You can get the travel insurance, by the way.
Absolutely.
I had somebody I traveled with on the trip one year ended up needing stitches in her head. Went to the hospital, and we never got a bill for it because they bought the travel insurance. That's where I thought always buy the travel insurance. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's worth it right there. But anyway, you're not going to get injured.
No.
If you're smart.
If you're smart. Well, even if you're dumb, you probably won't get it. I've never gotten injured, and I'm pretty stupid on this trip. We'll give you more details about the resort. We'll talk about the farewell and welcome surprises, right? And some of the excursions and all that. If you want to book Travel Leaders, which their phone should be open now. I don't get this every time we do this, but after 9. Are they open now?
You can go ahead and call now, and if you leave a voicemail right away, they'll get back to you.
833 TL Trips.
Yes, 833 TL Trips. So that's 833-858-7477.
All right, there you go. Or you can go online. Let me launch it on the events page because I just made our producer just made the good job on the page, buddy.
Thanks,
boss.
Oh,
you're not producer guy. Don't ruin. I have a character on the show. I went to great lengths to make his voice sound different than mine, and then you ruin it.
I was telling him things.
Oh, okay. You're welcome, Leah. I said thank you too, producer guy. Whatever, Tom. Oh, now he's mean to me. Great. Thanks, Leah. Well, you can go right now to the events page under the Go tab at 95willrock.com. Producer guy, did you launch it? Working on it. All right, you launch it? I just launched it. Get off my ass, Leah. Oh, now he's pissed at both of us. Go to the Go tab at 95willrock.com. Hit the road trips page, and you'll find Cabin Fever Getaway 2024 to Jamaica. More details coming up next on WIIL Rock.
hit my husband last night. I said, you either need to roll over or you're calling Dr. Swardlin tomorrow. I think either way, he rolled over, but Dr. Swardlin, definitely someone he needs to go see. The snoring. It's getting out of control. It's out of control. Sinus and Snoring MD, Dr. Swardlin and his team, they could help you out. If you have snoring issues, sinus issues, go see Dr. Swardlin. Practically eliminates snoring in just a few visits, minimal downtime and discomfort. You can schedule your appointment at sinusandsnoringmd.com, but find out everything that he can do for you, because technology, it's come a long way, and there is non-invasive surgical and non-surgical treatments for not just the sinuses or the snoring, but the nasal problems, sleep apnea. Schedule your appointment today. There's 4 locations. You could choose Kenosha, Oak Creek, Mount Prospect, and Lombard at sinusandsnoringmd.com.
WIIL Rock Morning Show, Cabin Fever Getaway. Tom and Leah and Isabel from Travel Leaders is here as we've announced the 95 WIIL Rock Cabin Fever Getaway 2024 in February to Jamaica, man.
Jamaica,
Yeah,
Mom.
man.
Resort's not even open yet. It's got that new resort smell to it. Adults only. Now, if you search Hideaway or if you search Royalton, Jamaica, you might end up on a webpage that's got pictures of kids and families and things like that.
Select the Hideaway.
That's not the one we're going to. We're going to the Hideaway where it's adults only. A lot of people are always, they don't like kids around or whatever. Sometimes people brought kids, but based on the nature of our group, I would say no to that.
No.
Anyway, because it's not like we're going to hedonism. It's not like smut or anything. It's not, dirty or anything. But but we have an adult good time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'll say.
I mean, she's a gorgeous hotel.
Yeah.
11 gourmet restaurants, 13 bars. I mean, no one will go thirsty or hungry.
Look at you
on
working
site.
it. Look at you working it. At least,
Dun, dun.
have you been all inclusive?
Oh yeah.
That's the best deal going.
It's hard after you do an all inclusive to go back to vacationing
The regular
not
way. Because then you gotta, like, how much have I spent?
Mm-hmm.
What do I have left budgeted?
Yep.
And you
don't have to worry
you're
about
counting
that.
money the whole time. This, you go to a bar, they have a drink for you, you don't pay. You go to a dinner, they feed you, you don't pay. The
Right.
mini bar in the room, like a mini bar in a room at a hotel is like the Toblerone is $12.
Right.
Mini bar in the room, there's a mini bar in the room, it's restocked, and you don't
Replenished.
you don't pay. You don't pay. So that's kind of cool. And then you get home and you go out to dinner and they bring the check and you get arrested for dine and dash. Very awkward. No, it was just an all-inclusive. And you can tell the noobs. You can always tell the noobs because the first day they try and drink it all. Those are the people getting taken back to their room on the luggage cart. That's a real thing. Don't and the first day, all of us when we get there excited, people are walking around looking. I want to go here. I want to do this. I want to do. And by the third day, you got that all-inclusive shuffle where you just walk around. You're just like, hey, what's up, man? Let's go get a drink.
Chilling.
Yeah, it's good.
The only reason I carry cash while I'm on site is to tip my bartenders well, so they can pour heavy.
They
take care of you.
pour heavy. Anyway.
Yeah.
They do. I
The
know.
thing with Jamaica is the booze is cheaper than the Coke or whatever. It is like rum is cheaper than that. It's so they pour more. They want to do more of that than Coke. Yeah, they really. But you can tell them to not. That'd be weak drinks. No, it's. And you get your money's worth if you figure out what the flight to Jamaica would be, what it would cost to have a room at a non-all-inclusive place, and then you calculate the transfers to and from, a travel specialist there in case there's any hiccups, the private events and everything. By the time you calculate all of that in, that's what you would pay for your vacation before you've paid for anything to eat or drink.
Right.
Now we pile on all your meals, all your drinks. Do they limit the drink? No, they do not limit the drink. Why am I making that voice?
Your 24-hour room service orders that you make.
24-hour room
It's
service.
my favorite thing. I love laying naked and eating French fries
See,
and
Leah,
chicken fingers. No, my husband.
the problem is she does that by the pool.
Yeah.
Oh my, adults
that
only.
is gonna be an
Adults
issue.
only.
So Duco had a standing order one year at like 2 a.m. Bucket of ice, piece of chocolate cake.
Ooh.
And so he did it like the first 3 nights, and by the
bucket of ice for?
he made drinks in his room.
Oh, okay.
So by the 4th night or 3rd night, whatever, they knew it and they brought it without him ordering it. This is how these places operate.
That's impressive.
You'll think you're a millionaire. And this is a nice resort. Anyway, we are going to talk about welcome, the farewell thing that you teased us with, and the dining
Absolutely.
options and all of that stuff too.
Absolutely.
Coming up. Before that, it is Ticket Tuesday. Your chance to win coming up in moments. Is Tim going to come in here? In moments, 95 WIIL Rock Ticket Tuesday. We've got Clutch tickets, Mastodon tickets, Alter Bridge tickets, all thanks to Kinnaman Accounting and Tax Service. You make the green, they count the beans. We're going to play Jamaica Trivia today.
Oh,
on Ticket Tuesday.
I would not be good at this.
For your chance to win. I think you would get
I might be decent.
They're mostly easy questions. So we'll do Jamaica Trivia, and then we'll talk more about the Cabin Fever Getaway in February. If you want to know more, just go right now to 95wheelrock.com.
The answer to everything is rum.
Under the Go tab, hit the road trips page and hit CFG, and then join us in February in Jamaica. Tim is here now for the news and
the answer's Rome.
And then Rome is the answer. You got it. You nailed it. Jamaican trivia, and the answer is Rome. No, there is actually an answer that the answer does have to do with another country. I will do that one first. I will. As a matter, not only another country, but a very interesting state is the answer. Or not necessarily the answer, but part of the answer. That's coming up. Ticket Tuesday, your chance to win in moments. It's 7:56.
Mostly sunny and 80 today. Tonight, an overnight low of 57. And tomorrow, it's going to be sunny and 85. It is 62 in Racine and 60 in McHenry.
95 WIIL Rock, 95 second update. The final of 4 people accused of a beach park shooting has been arrested. Lake County Sheriff's officials say Shelton Sherrod was in possession of a gun during the July 2022 shooting. Left 22-year-old Christopher Williams of North Chicago dead. Sherrod captured this month after reportedly selling devices that would turn regular firearms into machine guns. 22-year-old Zion Matt is facing a $5 million bond. The Powerball jackpot rising again. No winning tickets sold for last night's drawing. The estimated jackpot for Wednesday's drawing is about $1 billion. Be the 7th highest in U.S. history and the 3rd largest for Powerball. The odds of winning, though, 1 in 292.2 million.
You know, you got your things you're going to do when you win the lottery. I'll say when I win the lottery. If I win the $1 billion, I will pay the bill for everybody that has already signed up for the Cabin Fever Getaway.
Damn.
I will pay for their
And you'll have plenty of money
I will
left
have
over.
some money left. Even after tax, I'll have like $48 left over.
Will be your tax write-off.
They really, it will not be a write-off. These people are not charity cases.
You got to work smart, though.
Yeah. But if I win $1 billion, anybody that signed up is going to get to go FOC on the CFG. Well, that sounds good. FOC
on the CFG.
And it will be my final act as an employee here at Alpha Media before I go and dookie on the boss's desk. I'll pay the bill for the CFG.
WIIL Rock Sports.
I like my
brought to
boss. You know how that works, right?
Yeah, you have to dookie on.
You dookie on the boss's desk, so you have to be fiscally responsible with your lottery winnings because you've burned your bridge. You can't go back to work, so you can't blow all the money.
Right.
That's just a safety valve on my some kind of valve I opened up there.
Different kind of valve.
Yeah.
Windy City Rooter, they drain your pipes, not your wallet.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Comes loose to the Nationals. They continue that series today. White Sox start a series with the Mets. Brewers start a series with the Phillies. Kingfish take on Fond du Lac at Simmons Field.
All right, let's do Ticket Tuesday now. 800-223-9510. Jamaica Trivia. You get it right, you win your choice of tickets now. We got Clutch at Radius on July 29th. We got Mastodon at the Horseshoe Casino in August, and we got Alter Bridge and Seven Dust at the Rave also in August. Your chance to win now thanks to Kinnaman Accounting and Tax Service. You make the green, they count the beans. Call now 800-223-9510. Jamaica Trivia. One caller 10, get it right. You win your choice of tickets. 800-223-9510. Jamaica Trivia as we talk about the CFG 2024 with travel leaders. Coming up next on WIIL Rock. I am in a Chevy Silverado from Ray Chevy and Fox Lake and Raymond Chevrolet in Antioch. You want to drive a truck? Ray and Raymond have it for you. Huge selection of all the Chevy trucks, and you're going to get the best price, just like on the Chevy cars. Ray and Raymond won't be beat on that price on the new Chevy truck. So get in there and get driving. How about this? You want a Chevy car? Ray and Raymond have that for you as well at the best price. They're going to give you the best value for your trade. They're going to hook you up with the right financing, and you're going to get the best deal on the vehicle you want. Quality pre-driven vehicles, got them all. You're going to find what you want on the lot, and you're going to love the deal there too. The place to buy that new car, that new Chevy, or a quality pre-driven vehicle is Ray Chevy on 12 in Fox Lake, or Raymond Chevrolet on 173 in Antioch. No Googling you two, but I'll let you play along on this.
Okay.
Isabel gets this wrong, she gets fired at Travel Leaders.
Yikes.
Brian's listening. If you get this wrong, he will fire you. If the caller gets this wrong, I will just shake my head in disgust.
Oh, my heavens.
The easy one first, Jamaica trivia. Yeah, man. Who's this?
Jose from Racine.
Jose, that's a Jamaican name right there. By the end of the Cabin Fever getaway, everybody will be saying "Yaman," everything all right, and all that. You speak Jamaican, everything Irie, because it's infectious. They're so happy and friendly.
Song.
Yeah, there's songs and phrases. Anyway, listen. It's Jamaica trivia, Jose. If you get this wrong, I don't get you. Okay, I'm gonna give you the easiest one. You get it right, you win on Ticket Tuesday. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. What good is traveling to a foreign country without sampling the local beer? Leave Jamaica with no regrets and try. I know you know it, Isabel. Don't put your hand up. Try at least one of this beer while you're in Jamaica. Name that beer. Jamaica's beer.
No idea.
5 seconds.
Try their pot while you're out there.
4, 3. What?
Try their pot.
Try their pot. All right. Try their pot is not the name of the Jamaican beer. Come on, Jose.
Me. Can I do it?
Leah?
Can I do it? Or you want to write it down and then show them?
Yeah.
She knows. Okay, both of you write it down and show the cameras. Tom Tube is up and running. Write your answer down. There's your camera right there. Leah's camera is in front. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Leah said, bite me, and Isabel said, stop with the dumb questions. All right. Now they both wrote down Red Stripe. Red Stripe is Jamaica's beer. Yeah.
Duh, it comes in that little bottle.
Little round bottle. When I
So
go
cute.
somewhere to a bar and they have Red Stripe here, I'll drink it because it automatically puts me in a good mood, like I'm in Jamaica, and it's good beer.
Yeah.
It's good
It
beer.
is good.
You know why it's good beer? You know why Red Stripe is good beer?
Do tell.
Jamaica is the one place where you won't have to worry about settling for mediocre local beer, as Red Stripe is refreshing, crisp, and delicious.
Oh.
A lesser known fact is that the recipe for Red Stripe was produced in what state?
Oh, Arkansas.
Arkansas. Obviously, that's a Red Stripe state. Why do you say Arkansas?
No, it's the first state that came to my mind.
Y'all got a pretty mouth. We're gonna
Well,
give you
said
some.
the first
We're
state
gonna
that
give
I
you some
could
Red
name.
Stripe. Welcome to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Isabel?
Kansas. Oh, heavens.
Not heaven. No, it's an actual state. We'll live in.
What? Like, give
They're
me
not,
there's
they're
50
not
of
so
them.
smart now.
Give me-
Kansas.
Hey, kudos to you for knowing there's 50. All right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, there is. Okay, so there's 50. Give us a
you can have
location.
2 more guesses. She gets to go next.
I'll
First
go.
person to get it wins.
I'll say
Isabel, you go next.
Kansas.
Kansas is wrong.
Red Stripe. Is it? Can you tell me, like, where in the United
Midwest?
States? Are we in the Midwest? Is it Illinois?
You just made 2 guesses in a row. Point Isabel. That is correct. Illinois.
Like
You don't get to just
Brewery?
keep guessing until you get it
I
right.
just said I
Suck
didn't.
it, Isabel.
That wasn't a guess. I just said,
Michigan.
is it? It was a statement.
Wisconsin.
Is it in the
Illinois.
Midwest?
The recipe for Red Stripe was produced in Illinois. The recipe was
impressive.
purchased and brought to Jamaica, and the beer has since been brewed on the island of Jamaica. For those who don't know, Jamaica is a big island below Cuba. You get to fly over Cuba, which is exciting. You know, you can look down and go, wow, there's Cuba.
There's
Not much.
Cuba.
You ever been to Cuba?
Not much. No. But when I was in Jamaica, one of my co-hosts' sister came over and visited us
From
in
Cuba?
Jamaica, from Cuba.
Oh.
She worked for the Department of Agriculture
Oh, wow.
in Cuba, the United States Department of Agriculture in Cuba. I said,
Nice.
oh, what agricultural ties do we have with Cuba? And she said, none. I'm like, okay, don't ask her any more questions because
can't tell.
she obviously, no, she worked for the CIA.
Oh,
So,
Oh, yes.
yeah. So I'm on that list now. That's a true story. It is 8:07. We are going to say the name of the resort again.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. So it's the Hideaway At Royalton Blue Waters
and it's opening
Resort and Spa.
in December.
Ends of November, beginning
yeah.
of December. Yeah, we're going to do a hard hat tour to ensure all is perfect.
I
for
will
this
be there with
group.
you. Yeah,
And you're going to bring your own hat.
I will bring my
Yes.
own
What
hat.
happens if it's not perfect?
Oh, it's going to be so perfect.
Okay.
They wouldn't have
Oh,
picked it.
yeah.
if it-
I understand that, but when you say like, I just wonder. Like
we
we
go in
scratch
and-
this, we're going.
Well, we touch
then
the
we go to
sand.
Moline. Then
Okay,
we go
that's
to
what I
Moline.
Make sure the walls are up. All the things.
All the important things.
It's going to be more than the walls being up. Tell me, they'll be
Toilets
some
are
other-
working.
Need toilets. Are
Tell me
working.
tell me the inspection list is more than walls
Oh,
up. Yep, we're good.
absolutely.
Walls are up. Load the plane. Get them down here. Walls are up. We can go early.
Making sure we're going to check out all 352 rooms and suites. So,
We're not going in every room,
well, for the site inspection, absolutely. Why not?
every type of room, not
Well-
literally every
Well,
room.
You know, we can
We're
really
gonna
get
test
in
every
very
bed.
depth.
Yeah, this one's good.
Well,
I sign me up. I will test every
the
toilet
Royalton
at the
signature
resort.
dream bed is a thing.
what?
They're very proud of their
They have a
bed.
dream bed.
Yeah.
What the
Sometimes you go on these trips and the bed is not,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the greatest.
These
So
beds
this
are
is their
so
thing.
nice, soft, and buoyant.
This is one of the beds you want to steal and take
Buoyant.
home.
Yes.
I want
you
a
wanna win one
buoyant
and
bed.
bring it
I've stayed
home.
somewhere where I wanted to take the pillows home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we
And,
know.
and
Who's gonna
those will fit in your
sing?
suitcase. Lucky
Yeah,
for
right.
this resort, the beds don't fit in the suitcase. More about the dining options, the drinking options, and all that stuff, because that's what everybody asks about first. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. If you have questions about the CFG, Isabel from Travel Leaders is here. She can answer them, or you can go to the website, 95wheelrack.com. It's right on the front of the main page right now. Your link to the Cabin Fever Getaway. If you have questions, text them in now to 815-283-0095. Studio, the keyword. It's 808.
It's going to be mostly sunny today with a high of 80.
Corey Taylor now on Will Rock. That's what I said. You guys are hurting my. We're not driving anyway. We have transfers
Just a
to
fun
and
fact.
from the airport
Yes, fun
in
fact.
Jamaica. These guys are all worried about what side of the road you drive on.
Well, because you'll
I'm
see
not
that.
driving.
You'll see that. If, while you're in the
Travel
transfer.
leaders will provide us.
Absolutely.
They will
The
whisk us from the
travel- yeah,
airport
yeah,
to the
yeah.
resort.
Yeah, totally gonna
You
do
will be
that.
at the resort. The toes in the sand by what time will you? Toes in the sand by like noon or 2:00 or whatever. And
I think it's
And
So,
like
depending on the flights
they
that you
will
take,
whisk us there.
yes.
We're flying out of Chicago or Milwaukee, Midway or Milwaukee, your
Correct.
choice of flights. Now, here's the reason you got to book the cabin fever getaway early is because flight options fill up and also different suite options fill up.
Correct.
Is there pressure in any category yet? They call that pressure when it's almost going to be sold out. Is
Well,
there
the lead-in category always goes first.
the first one?
the
That
first
lead in is the
category.
one that the
Yeah.
least expensive.
So in this case, a luxury room, that usually goes first.
okay.
Okay, and so we don't know,
Or
but
quickly,
it'll
shall
go
I say.
quickly. Yeah. So go to 95wheelrock.com right now. Click on the main page there. You'll find a cabin fever getaway to Jamaica. Click on the travel leaders link and book your spot.
And you could booking your spot doesn't mean that you have to pay in full, right?
Yeah, you can.
So that's huge for people too.
Deposit $350. So we're not like OTAs, online travel agencies.
Yeah.
We shall not name. Where you have to pay for it up front. No,
Mhm.
you could just deposit, hold your space, and then
That's awesome.
And then figure it
you're
out.
good to go.
So get your spot reserved. It does sell out. I got to think we're near halfway sold out.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll give you a play-by-play like yesterday.
We were like 48% this morning.
Yes.
I thought we were at 38 because that's what we were when I went to bed last night. I woke
Don't
up and we were
blink.
halfway sold out.
Yes.
There's a reason it sells out. Don't take my word for it. Go on at one time. If I'm wrong, tell me. And I haven't had anybody tell me it's the best vacation you will ever take.
I'm going to need you to talk to my husband. He's like, do you think they have a 4 or 5 day option? I was like, no, you're coming with me for the entire week, because he is one of those people that's all in or all out. So he gets to an all inclusive and he'll be naked at some point on this trip. Like he can't handle a week long
some people
vacation.
Right there, Leah.
He just can't handle a week long vacation because he is like, again, it's to the wall or nothing at all.
To the wall or nothing at all. This is a phrase I've never heard before. So cabin fever getaway, once you go, to the wall or nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
So many. We're going to book a lot of people. Hey, see it. Well, now we'll put it on a t-shirt. See Leah's husband naked. It's 8:15. Will Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah.
This is an adults
Isabel.
only because
it doesn't mean your husband gets to the wall naked or nothing at all.
Well, sure to put them in a very unique,
far away from me.
Far
away
I want to be
from
right
me.
next to Tom. My previous co-host, he dared Ryan to get naked. Lester, yeah, he dared him to get naked. And then so the staff came up to us and we're like, "Hey, you can't do that."
That's not what we
like,
do here.
But it was a kiddie. Yes, no kids were around because it was nighttime. But he was in a kiddie pool.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, please don't bring your husband. I have friends I can bring instead. Isabel. Okay.
No, I bring him now. I mean, there's always some excitement on the cabin fever getaway.
Man, but there's Ryan. It's not a 4 or 5 day option. You're going for the week.
I'm going just to see what
he will love to go on. I guarantee it.
I'm going just to see what Hat does on the trip. So we shall see. It is 8:16 Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah.
Mostly sunny today with a high of 80.
We're going February 3rd to the 10th.
Correct.
And people ask, why are you going? Because that's when we could get the best deal. We could get the flights. There's a lot that goes into this. Very early announced this year. This trip will be sold out really quickly.
It's going fast. We're not even 24 hours. We're already halfway there.
833-TL Trips is the travel leaders number. 833-TL Trips after 9. Or you can call and leave a message now, or you can book right online. Go to 95wheelrock.com. You'll see it right there on the front page. Plus the TomTube video is running. If you have questions about the trip, text them in now. 815-283-0095, and we will get them answered. We're going to Jamaica in January with travel leaders in 95 Wheel Rock. It is 8:16. Coming up next, we'll talk about the food and the drinks because it's all included. It's not limited either, and what your options are there on the Cabin Fever Getaway. Coming up next on Wheel Rock. All right, we're going to Jamaica in February. Leah and Isabel just got scolded. Stop talking on the air. We're going to spring that on her.
Gives me anxiety.
What?
I was just singing her
Silence.
Well, talk to her about other things. Talk to her. Like, she's a human being with interests. She's not just some travel robot.
Well, okay.
Get to know
hey,
Isabel.
what are your interests?
There. See, there you go.
What's your interest,
Well,
Isabel?
we're on the air now. It's too late. You had 3
Traveling
minutes.
is her
Traveling.
interest.
Well, I'll
My
talk to her
passion.
about other
Okay.
places. All right. We're going on a cruise in September. Talk to her about. I don't know. We're going to Jamaica in February. Cabin fever getaway giveaway. They couldn't help themselves. They're talking about the food. And in all honesty, this is the number one thing that people like to discuss about these resorts.
Which it's hard being that this is a new resort.
And it is the thing that is on a sliding scale. I don't care that because the food to me is always good, you know.
you eat well when you're
Yeah.
on all-inclusive
Yeah.
trips like this.
You can find something you will really
Mhm.
enjoy. But we have how many? 11 restaurants?
Yes.
Is it the deal where you got to make the reservations? Because that is kind of a pain. Do you have to
Well,
make the reservations?
No, but again, until it opens, things can change. So
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But as of now,
As of now,
yeah,
no.
no. All right.
but
But even if you do, it's not a huge thing. But
not huge. But
I
they
like
have
the ones where you walk up and say, "Hey, I want to eat here," and they're like, 15 minutes,
I
man,"
mean,
and then you go
11
get a
gourmet
drink.
restaurants and 13 bars.
11
and
restaurants.
24-hour room service.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't go hungry.
Gotta make sure Ryan brings pants.
And make sure you bring pants. Now, listen, some of the places you can wear shorts, but there will be nicer places where they want the guys in long pants, which is weird because the ladies can wear skirts. So if you're a guy and you don't want to wear long pants, bring a skirt.
Bring a
or
skirt.
borrow a
Or
skirt.
Well,
borrow
there's always a
mine.
gift shop backup plan. We've used it a few times.
Yeah. But what are the 11? These are all included. There's not an upcharge or anything. These are all included. What are the
Correct.
11
But I
restaurants?
do want to share that one of the most important things that one of the lounges bars that's open, it's open till 2 a.m. because everyone wonders how late is one of the bars
Right.
on site open.
We have late partiers that like to roll until then. And then after 2, they have their own drinks and they roll until
God knows
we
when.
start
Right
until
into the
we
show
start
in the morning.
broadcasting and they will be there. And I'll be like, "Hey, thanks for getting up early." They're like, "Yeah, okay." And no, they were up. So, or there's people that go to bed early and do get up for the and everything in between. And you don't have to be crazy. You don't have to be part of the crazy group. You could just watch from afar and it's worth it just
Good
to go
people
for
watching.
that. Yeah. But what are our 11 dining options
So
and room
absolutely.
service?
So Calypso West Indies cuisine, which
That's
is
the Jamaican food.
Yes, that's Jamaican.
This is where you called me a
absolutely.
jerk hut off the air. You're a jerk
Well,
hut.
this-
No,
this
that's
is the actual
jerk hut
restaurant.
is separate.
Is separate.
Oh, wow, okay.
Absolutely. So Calypso is the actual restaurant. A Dorado, which is a seafood grill.
Ooh.
Armadillo.
It's a fish.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Which is Tex-Mex cuisine.
You
don't
don't
have to
really
see
eat
this.
armadillo though.
No.
No, okay. Tex-Mex.
You
is
can wear
good.
boots made of armadillo.
All right.
Should I have said that on the
I'll
radio?
have to get some.
Jerk hut, obviously
You're a
for
jerk hut.
Jamaican chicken.
Like a
Jerk
snack,
pork,
like a snack
absolutely.
place
When
out
you're
at the pool.
drinking
That
all-
is.
This
Oh,
is
that's
when you're
my
drinking all day
favorite.
at the pool bar. You go over the
Ooh, you wanna
jerk
get
hut
the-
and you're
Get
eating
your
it
red
with
stripe.
you're eating it with your hands. You're like, "Oh, it's so good."
Go hand in hand
Yeah.
in the sun. Fabulous. Just
Yeah.
take that break.
Yeah.
Then you have Zen, the teppanyaki and sushi bar.
Love
Oh, why didn't
sushi.
I do it in front of you?
Hey,
Do the teppanyaki.
Yeah, so you will
They make the little volcano of
make
with an
reservations
onion.
at the teppanyaki table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got the little chuka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we all know people really love the teppanyaki table. For that, you will have to make reservations.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
we always get a big group and like are super loud, and the other people at the resort are because they're having so much fun. The other people at the resort are like, "Who are these people?"
But
Or-
Tom,
yeah,
when
we
you
wanna hang
travel
out
with
with them.
us, travel leaders, and you say, Isabel, I want a table. Brian, I want a table. Mandy, Clarissa, I need a table.
They'll
Do you
hook
get a
up.
table?
You guys will
We'll take
deal
care
with
of
that
you.
for us.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty of
That
taking
is
travel leaders is
awesome.
they handle your stuff.
And then we have Grazie Italiana Trattoria. What do you think that is? Italiano
It
food.
might be
that's-
French.
That's obviously
Italian
German.
cuisine.
It's obviously German. Duh.
Absolutely.
French. So Italian
And then we have a
cuisine.
steakhouse everybody wants.
Oh,
Yeah.
steakhouse.
So
All-inclusive
your
steakhouse.
husband's gonna love that one. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
If he wears pants,
If he wears
He
pants,
does need
Yeah,
pants. I
doesn't
think it's
dress
dress code is
casual.
evening
borrow
casual.
a skirt.
Or yes. And then we have a gourmet marché, the international buffet.
So that's like where you go in the morning.
I
Yeah,
like
or-
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So
Dinner.
Oh.
See, I'll even go to dinner at the buffet. I like that. And then we just sit there and just graze. And they keep
Mhm.
bringing you drinks. And we usually graze and have drinks until we're the last people there. And then the waiter will get to know me and they'll just keep bringing drinks even after they're
Yeah.
closed. And you'll sit there. These places
Or I've seen it where people go to the main restaurant that they like, and then they'll go to the buffet for the dessert.
desserts. Yeah.
Or
But
they'll,
they'll bring you a dessert at the other restaurants. But you
Yes.
go, the dessert buffet is like,
it's a
Yeah,
party. It's
yeah.
a field of cupcakes at times
Yeah,
or
yeah.
pastries.
all the stuff.
Then we have Taj,
flan.
Indian cuisine.
All right.
A lot of your beautiful curries.
Curry. Yeah.
Curry goat. Very,
Mm.
you know.
Curry goat?
Pass.
Yeah,
Pass.
that's-
What?
to the
Curry
desert.
goat?
Pass.
Oh.
It's the only,
Good?
only goat I've ever
had it.
had was
It's
curry
actually
goat.
tasty.
No,
I
it's
loved it.
horrible. It's a nightmare on a
Mm.
plate.
Oh,
Really?
You like curry goat?
Yum yum.
No.
Yum, yum.
Mm.
Isabel
Tastes-
says yum yum.
Tastes like a carpet. You're eating
No,
a
it
carpet.
Maybe you didn't
Like
have
a
it.
dirty, dirty
Did you eat it in
carpet.
Jamaica?
I did at a restaurant, not a resort restaurant. Another resort.
We're gonna do a taste around the world then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then there's the chef's table experience. So that's also resort casual.
So like they come out and show you and talk to you about the cooking and all
Yep,
that.
so the
Sounds
chef
like it'd be
comes
in one of
out,
those TV
And
shows.
he gets to plan
7
like
exquisite courses. So it's,
All right. That's
nice
fun.
experience. And of course, you have your cafe lounge where you can get your gelato, your coffee. That's open until 11 p.m. at night, which is nice to have.
those are my favorite. Like
And then
just
there's
going and
what-
having a coffee
24
and
room service. 24 hours.
24-hour room service.
Yeah.
So
You gotta
yeah.
have that.
And is there limits on the food? No, you can go to multiple
No.
places and do whatever.
you can have dinner at all every
You're gonna-
single place.
You're gonna gain 10 pounds. Just resign yourself to that and be okay with it. But you're not gonna have to worry about money the whole time you're there. It's all inclusive. More about that. If you have questions, we'll talk about the drinks, the bars coming up next. And if you have questions, text them in now to 815-283-0095 studio, the keyword. Book it now, Cabin Fever Getaway 2024, our 25th one. Everybody always says 1 year I want to go. This is the year to go. It is our silver anniversary Cabin Fever Getaway. It's 8/26.
Mostly sunny today with a high of 80.
That's Tim. Sorry,
Oh,
Tim.
sorry. I
Go
thought
ahead.
we were playing a
Go-
song.
Go ahead, Tim.
95 Will Rock, 95-second update. A Chicago man dead after an
Is
incident.
that your sexy voice?
Yeah, you like that?
95 Will Rock, 95 second.
I'm really
She's-
tired.
She's engaged.
So I'm just, yeah.
You're
I'm
married
just-
and Isabel's engaged. Roll it back.
I just
en-
heard her speak
she's
another
en-
language, and I was like, I gotta get in there.
She's engaged to Jason Momoa. So
That's
Yes.
right. I
So-
remember that from the.
Leah,
I
have you
remember
seen
that
the
from-
picture?
Oh, I've seen the picture. He's coming, right?
Is Jason Momoa coming with
Sure.
your fiance?
He's just saying,
He's
sure.
not. He's
No.
not.
No, he's busy doing Shark Week.
She's working and he's doing
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
silver show. Yeah.
There you
Silver
go.
party.
All right.
95 Will Rock, 95-second update. A Chicago man dead after an incident in Beach Park. Lake County Sheriff's officials say the matter took place early yesterday morning after a verbal altercation inside a bar. An unnamed 32-year-old Chicago man was said to be removed from the establishment, put his fist through a window, causing himself a significant arm injury. He eventually died. The situation under investigation. No charges, though, are expected. Charges dropped against one of two brothers accused of an armed robbery outside of a Wonder Lake pizza joint. Deshaun Harvis was facing mob action and armed robbery charges stemming from the January incident, but prosecutors say their main two witnesses are no longer being cooperative.
Yeah.
Therefore, they dropped the charges.
You don't testify against somebody who's been accused of mob action.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to. Hey, what are you? Even in prison? If I ever go to prison, that's what I'm going to tell them I'm in for. It's like going to college. Everybody says, "What's your major?" You go to prison, they say, "What are you in for?" I'm going to say mob action.
Yeah,
Somebody's
yeah,
going to mess with the
naturally.
mob action guy. What are you in for? I'm in for mob action.
You got people inside and outside.
Oh, there you go.
You may want to consider how you speak to me at this point, and also give me all your packs of smokes. I am in for mob action. Maybe I will see to it that you can live to see another day. And I think they'll back off.
There you go. Will Rock Sports
Or
brought to you
kick
by.
the crap
You've
out of
been
me.
working on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're an
that's-
Yeah.
imposter.
That's right off the. I'm just ready to go to prison. Is what I'm saying. I have to be prepared. I have very delicate features. I gotta have
Oh
something
my
going on.
I'm a very beautiful man. I have
Thank
to,
you.
protect
Thank you.
myself. There you go. Pratt's Chimney Service for cleaning, repairs, and rebuilds. Go to prattschimney.com. Connor Bedard, now officially a Blackhawk, their number one pick, signs a 3-year entry-level contract yesterday. Cubs lose to the Nationals. That series continues today. White Sox play the Mets. Brewers play the Phillies. Kingfish take on Fond du Lac.
And finally, Googling right now where Waterman, Illinois is.
Waterman,
It's
Illinois.
right next to Fireman, Illinois, which is very convenient because
It's actually not far from here.
one just pounces on the other in time of emergency.
She just took her a second.
Yeah.
Took her a second. Got there. Got there.
Oh, it is. It's a little south from Rockford, so close by.
McChesney Park suburb.
Yeah, no, a little bit further
Cherry
than
Valley.
McChesney Park. Not too far, not like middle Illinois, but just.
I don't
whatever.
care about the geography of this city, but
Okay.
thank you for the update.
Well, there was a burglar there in Waterman, Illinois, and police got a call after that burglar locked himself inside a restaurant's walk-in freezer.
Damn it.
Gabriel Morales broke into the barbecue stand through a broken window. He then locked himself in the restaurant's freezer. Had to call 911 for help, of course, because who else is going to get you out of there?
I would,
There he is.
I would consider saving you right now, but I believe that you should be put on ice. And then call the police. They will help you out. You should have done the favor I asked of you. This guy ain't going away for a while.
No.
You don't like it, do you?
No.
Oh, all right, I'll stop. So he had to call the police. They let him out of the freezer. Don't you think, though, the crime itself was enough punishment?
Yeah,
And he's got frostbite where you don't want to know.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say how long he was in there. And
he's not going to commit a crime again, probably.
I don't know. Burglars are pretty
Why would they
stupid.
not include how long he was
in the freezer? That's the important
Did
details.
you ever work at a restaurant and go in the walk-in freezer?
I have. It is very cold.
It is very cold.
It was a fear of mine that I was going to get locked in.
Somebody just takes a screwdriver and you're in. That's
Or,
it. You ain't getting out.
well, I just don't understand. Like the door closes behind you.
Click.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's usually a paddle and a big round thing you push on to get out. What if that's broken? You're gonna get thrown. Where is Leah?
Or what if they put the big thing down in front of me?
Leah has her cell phone
consider putting the big thing down in front of you. That's what's gonna happen to this guy in prison if he doesn't learn to play ball, as we say. We're going to Jamaica. 95 Will Rock. Morning show, Cabin Fever Getaway. Our 25th Cabin Fever Getaway. Once you go, there are people who have gone with us on this trip for decades. I'm the only one to go on all 25, and I can tell you it is very exciting. We're going to talk about the bars because that's people are like, is it all the drinks you can? Is there a limit on the drinks or whatever? So There is not a limit, but
No.
please, you don't have to drink them all the first day. And one year
Please tell Ryan that.
we got shut down the first day. They're like, anybody with the white wristbands is cut off from drinking. That was our group's special wristband call. I had the great idea of, I wanted to know who was on the cabin fever getaway, because people would be like, Tom didn't talk to me. And I'd be like, I don't know who's on our trip sometimes.
And imagine just walking up to
I was walking up to strangers, and then people would be like,
I'm not here
why
for
is this
you.
weird guy talking to me? So I said, can we get our own wristband? And they were white wristbands that we got. And we were in someplace in Mexico. One of the places in Mexico we don't go a lot, maybe Ixtapa or whatever. Anyway, so we're there. The first day, some of the newbies are deciding they're going to drink it all the first day.
Never been on an all-inclusive before.
Right.
Yeah, it happens.
Somebody ralphed in the pool.
No,
so,
they
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Oh, that'll
So
do
we
it.
got her to the room on a luggage cart, and I went to the manager, and in my best broken Spanish, begged him to turn the booze on for the white wristbands again, and said we took care of the problem, and he was okay about it. So don't drink it all the first day. That was the last time I had a good idea on the cabin fever getaway. It wasn't such a good idea, but there are and that was there's a swim. There's like one criteria for the cabin. I mean, there's some, but the main one that is unbreakable is that there's a swim up pool bar.
Yep.
Right.
There are two.
There are two
There's
swim up pool bars.
two swim up
Now
pool
we've
bars.
had in the past, and this is one of the complaints, that there's been like two places we've gone where the water in the pool was so cold that you really didn't want to go in the pool, except you could go by the swim up pool bar, because like by 2:30 in the afternoon,
No one's getting out.
the water by the swim up pool bar was 98.6 degrees. But only if you malingered around in that area.
Familiar number.
First year, I was like, wow, man, I'm getting up and going to the bathroom. And I realized I'm the only one doing that. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. So there has to be a sit and pee.
Yes, go to the baño.
There's two.
I get out and go to the baño.
All right,
Yes.
okay.
I do.
Everybody says that.
I do. You'll be like, Leah, you're
You're a good
you're an
pottier.
aggressive-
Who's a good girl?
It's me.
Who went to the
Michael
potty? Come on the cabin fever getaway to see Leah's husband naked, and Leah used the potty like a big girl. I don't know what I bring to the table, but we'll figure that out. So there are how many? Now we have 11 dining options, which leads me to believe there are some drinking options.
Yes, absolutely.
How many is it?
So there's 13 bars.
13. I don't believe we've been to a place with 13 bars before.
Well, here's it's also including the Diamond Club Lounge. So
Okay.
the Diamond Club is a special section. So if you
Are
book
we
a
in the
Diamond Club,
special section?
well, we shall
Well,
tell
this
you.
is up to you. If you book the
Yes,
special
if you book
section.
into the
Okay,
Diamond Club,
got it.
then you have access to
Here's-
the Diamond Club Beach Bar
here-
and the Diamond Club Lounge.
Here's how it works, Lee. If they don't upgrade you and I to the Diamond Club, we go on the air and we talk about how crappy the resort is. And then the next day we're up
in the
Diamond Club.
Got it.
once a
Well,
couple
because
of
they
years
have a beach bar.
once a couple of years ago, I got told there was a chair I couldn't sit in. I'm like, what? And then I found out it was a special chair.
Yeah. That's
then-
happened to me before.
And then the next day, they upgraded me to I was allowed to sit in the special chair.
Yeah.
The special chair is a good upgrade. The Diamond Club is probably
Something
a
you
pretty
wanna
good
do,
upgrade.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So there's the Diamond Club and the Diamond Club Lounge. What are
Yes.
the other bars?
There's a martini mix, so the martini bar.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
a
always fun.
martini bar.
Yeah.
Yes, and you're obviously counting the lobby bars.
You gotta have lobby bars.
You have the Dips Pool Bar, which that's one of your swim up bars.
Okay.
And then you have the Hideaway Diamond Club Beach Bar. So obviously
That
Out on
that's
the-
the
really
adult
cool.
out on
only,
the
that's our
beach.
side.
Yeah.
Yep, lobby bar. So you have two of those. You have the Pisces Swim Up Bar.
So there's two swim up bars.
Yes, and then the Hideaway Diamond Club Lounge. So obviously you want to be on the Hideaway side in the Diamond Club section.
Mhm.
Sands Beach Bar as well.
So there's a beach bar for everybody. There's a beach bar, and then
Yes.
there's another beach bar.
But
for the
this one
Diamond Club.
has swings. The Hideaway Diamond Club Beach Bar.
Yes,
All right.
correct. It does
I
have
like swings at the bar.
He is a swinger.
Bef-
Her and her naked husband
So many pineapples.
and her.
Oh, my
being-
Lanta.
I'm kidding.
And
what happens in Jamaica, man?
Jason Momoa is not going.
Oh, damn it. She's not human. She hear the courtesy laugh. She just
So I went in on the Will Rock Morning Show, Brian from Travel Leaders, my boss, and Leah got a little mouthy, and I had to kick the crap out of her because she made
No, I
overtures
know.
toward Jason Momoa, my fiance. Okay, and
Oh no, you're fine.
all right,
He's a gentleman.
uh-huh.
He is.
So those are the bars.
Yes.
All right. So you're not going to. And then the other question everybody always asks is there Jack Daniels? It's premium liquor.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the specific brands, but this is
Yes.
why we're going there on our hard hat tour to see what the brands are. That's the one year I went.
Tastings.
One year I went down and I was there on the trip for like 18 hours to find out if they had Jack Daniels at the place. Yeah, so I will go and do that as a favor.
We'll do the food. He'll do the liquor.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
Liquor. I just met her. You know it on the Czech trip. If do you own a hard hat?
Yeah, I could get one.
No. Do you own one?
Okay. Sure.
All right. So there's enough bars and enough restaurants. You're going to have something.
There's room service.
And there's room service. So there you go. If you have questions about the trip, text in now to 815-283-0095. We'll get those answered in just a couple of minutes. We're going to Jamaica in February. Book it soon. It's going to sell out. Let's do Jamaica trivia now on Ticket Tuesday. I can't believe the last guy
didn't get it.
That was my easy one.
Maybe he's not a beer drinker.
Red Stripe was my easy one. We'll see. None of them are hard. You ought to be able to get this right. If you do, Jamaica trivia, you win your choice of tickets now on Ticket Tuesday. I've got clutch tickets for Radius on July 29th, Mastodon, Horseshoe Casino, August 25th, and Alter Bridge with Seven Dust, August 26th at the Rave. Call now, 800-223-9510. One question, Jamaica trivia for caller number 10. Get it right. Win the tickets. Thanks to Kinnaman Accounting and Tax Service. You make the green, they count the beans. Call now to play. 800-223-9510. We'll do that next on Will Rock. All right, we're halfway through July. The kids are probably bored, looking for something to do with them. Volo Museum, place to take the kids or the grown-ups if you're bored, whatever. Volo Museum, plenty to see and do there.
Even if you're not bored or you're just looking to learn something, because there is a lot there to see and learn about. The Military Museum is really cool. And I was talking to Jim from Modern Day Romeos, but Volo Museum in this instance. And I asked him, I said, is the mini golf open? He said it is. open to the public this weekend. So you could even take the mini golf or take the kids mini golfing there. If you haven't been in a while, even if you've been in the last couple of months, they have added things. There's so much to see and do at Volo Museum.
Yeah, find out the deals on tickets when they're open, all the information you need to go check out a place where there's no other place like it on earth, the Volo Museum in Volo. Visit volofun.com. That's volofun.com. I don't know how the last person got it wrong. Jamaica trivia, since that's where we're headed in February for the Cabin Fever getaway. All the questions are pretty darn easy. The last one was my easiest one. Let me do second easiest one. All right, this. Hi, 95 Will Rock. Who's this? Jake, Jamaica trivia. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Have you been to Jamaica, man?
I have.
Jamaica is known for its exceptional coffee, which is grown in what mountains? The name of the mountains, Jake.
Blue Mountain?
Blue Mountain Coffee. There you go.
Would not have gotten that. I was said
Blue Mountain Coffee.
Negril.
Did you have Negril coffee? Yeah. Did you have Blue Mountain Coffee when you were there, Jake?
Yes, I have.
So you're a coffee drinker?
Yeah.
I had Blue Mountain Coffee when I was in Jamaica. I don't know bad coffee. Everybody at work says the coffee here at work is
terrible.
bad.
I
It's
will
terrible.
not drink it.
Yeah, and I have it every day, and
Awful.
I'm like, I don't know. And then I have coffee at a rich coffee place, and I'm like, same to me. Is the Blue Mountain Coffee? Be honest. Is the Blue Mountain Coffee that good? I mean, everybody brings it home and all that.
It's not the same when you bring it home, but when you're there, it's very good.
Okay, all right. I see. I think
Fair
they could
enough.
serve you dishwater there, and you'd be like, "This is delicious
is
dishwater. This is the best dishwater I've ever had." Did you like Jamaica? Be honest, Jake.
Yes, it was very good. I've been there, I think, 4 or 5 times now.
You must like it. Why do you keep going back to the same? Why do you keep going back to Jamaica? What's the part of it you like?
People are good and the food is good.
There you go. All right. Sign up for the CFG, Jake. Hold on the line. I got concert tickets for you.
Oh, I
On
just
Ticket Tuesday with Jamaica Trivia. Blue Mountain Coffee. Jamaica is known for exceptional coffee, which is grown in the Blue Mountains, the highest mountains in the Caribbean. Blue Mountain Coffee can be a little pricey depending on when and where you buy it, but it's one of the most sought-after coffee brands in the world. The coffee is handpicked and locally roasted, and its creation is part of a very intricate process. Overall, it's one of those things you just must try while in Jamaica. Are you a coffee drinker?
Oh,
Isabel?
I'm absolutely a coffee
Oh, you got some
drinker.
now, yeah. Blue Mountain Coffee there.
Yes, this was from the Dominican Republic. I'm gonna go get some Jamaican coffee next.
Ditch water. Dominican ditch
coffee
water.
is really good too.
Yum.
I don't know. It is 8:47. If you have questions about the trip, text them in now to 815-283-0095. Studio the keyword. We still have to talk about the excursions and the welcome party is going to have a surprise. Well, is it a surprise or is it something we can talk about?
Well, we'll touch on it.
All right.
I just found out a really big detail on something I'm really happy about.
And Leah's big deal.
Mhm.
So excursions, welcome party, farewell party, Leah's big deal.
D.
All that coming up. Enjoy Leah's Big D in a couple of minutes. It's 8:48.
Mostly sunny and 80 today.
Put that on a t-shirt. Here's Jelly Roll on Will Rock. 3DG on Will Rock. Tom and Leah, Will Rock Morning Show. Cabin Fever getaway to Jamaica in February. You want to go with? You got questions? Text them in now to 815-283-0095. Studio, the key word. Isabel from Travel Leaders is here, and she will answer your questions. Phone lines are now open, by the way. If you want to talk to an agent, have questions, or you want to put your deposit down so you don't lose your spot, but we're selling more spots, and this trip will sell out very quickly. So you can't say I didn't warn you. If you want to go, call Travel Leaders at 833-TL-TRIPS, 833-TL-TRIPS. Phone lines are open, as they say. That's a phrase.
I think it's important to
Phone
mention
lines are
too
open.
that have you said the airline that we're flying? Because that's huge.
We're not going on Frontier.
Yes. No.
Is very important to
That's
say.
huge, and
That was an option, but we heard you loud and clear.
We're not big Frontier.
I don't
people.
mind them.
Leah has not had a problem. She's the only person in America who hasn't had a problem with Frontier.
That's not true.
Congratulations.
That's not true. But the airline we are flying, at least.
Well, no, there's multiple flights.
Yes.
We're going out of out of Midway and out of Mitchell, and one of the is what?
Global X for our charter,
Okay.
and Southwest out of Midway.
Okay.
which is huge.
We
'cause
have
you
our
get the two free
own-
backs.
The
Midway,
charter. The
yes.
charter is our own plane, right?
The whole thing.
We
The
got the
whole
whole
plane
damn
is us.
plane.
We're gonna wrap it up and
Is
call
ours.
it the WIIL Rock Charter.
Oh man,
This is where the pilots are confused and scared. No. When we get our own charter, this has happened in the past. Because are we doing it with
Yes,
FunJet?
yes, absolutely. FunJet, great partner of ours.
So we had in the past. We had our own charter. This is fun. We had our own charter,
this is fun.
and like 4 of our people like canceled or whatever.
Mm.
So there were like 4 seats on the plane that were not. That FunJet was like, oh, we have these 4 seats, let's use them.
Oh man,
So there were like 4 people on this entire plane that were not cabin fever people.
they were so confused.
And at first they were confused, then terrified.
yeah.
But then by the end of the flight, they had 200 and some brand new friends.
Best friends.
Yeah. I'm serious. It's
Yeah,
a
I
friendly
know,
group.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. So we have our own charter. Which one is our own charter?
Global X.
Global X, and that is out of
Milwaukee,
out
Mitchell
of,
International.
out of Mitchell.
Yep.
And then we're southwest out of Midway.
Midway.
So there you go.
Bags fly free there. Yes, 2.
What's that?
2 bags fly free.
2 bags fly free.
That's
Southwest.
huge.
Yeah, and there's now it says, listen, on the website it'll say land only. People are like, what does that mean? That means you have to walk to Jamaica.
Oh,
There's
man.
a
That's
small
walk,
there's
run,
a small
crawl.
floating bridge you use. You should leave now. No, that means if you have like airline miles you want to use, or you
Yeah.
have an airline, or you have like a different flight schedule you want to.
Or
Or
live
you're
out of
flying from
state.
You can.
different origin market.
Yeah,
different
we've had
state.
people fly from other states because they have friends that are CFGers. This thing is global now. They can do
We're
that.
international.
And it doesn't include the airfare. You just pay for when you get there. So that's you do your own flight. So that's what land only means. Somebody asked that on that CFG page on Facebook. You can join the Cabin Fever Getaway group on Facebook, CFG. Just search that; it'll pop up, and then you can go on there. And if you don't believe me about how great the trip is, ask the people on the CFG page at Facebook. It is 8:58 now. We will get your questions answered. We'll talk about these excursions and the welcome and farewell party, and Leah's big thing.
It's huge.
Leah's huge thing is coming up. 8:58 now.
A big D. It is mostly sunny. Gonna be an 80 today. Tonight, overnight low of 57, and tomorrow it's gonna be sunny and 85. It is 71 in Elgin and 70 in Gurney.
There it is. 95 Will Rock 95 second update. An investigation continues after a young boy was thrown from a carnival ride at Antioch Sunday. 10-year-old boy at Comer Children's Hospital in Chicago. Authorities say he suffered non-life-threatening wounds, but big wounds to facial and jaw fractures. Actually, just facial and jaw fractures. My apologies. Significant injury to the bones in one of his legs. Antioch police say the Illinois Department of Labor has joined their ongoing investigation. A fire at an industrial plant leaving a firefighter hurt. The blaze called in Sunday evening from the North Shore Water Reclamation District in Zion. The Blaze was said to take place in an interior silo, led to a complicated firefighting strategy. Can't talk.
Big word,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Strategy.
That's a very big word. And sometimes people have trouble with big words, Tim's. It's
Having a lot
okay.
of trouble with all words today. One firefighter was briefly transported to the hospital for a medical evaluation. Will Rock Sports brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Cubs lose to the Nationals. They'll continue that series today. White Sox start a series in New York with the Mets. Brewers in Philadelphia against the Phillies. Kingfish at home. They take on Fond du Lac.
And finally, the World Toe Wrestling Championship. Have you ever heard of it before?
I have no idea what toe wrestling is.
Well,
Is it like thumb wrestling with your toes?
With your toe.
If your toes can articulate to that degree, you are a freak, and I don't ever want to see your feet.
So you don't want to toe wrestle me
No,
today?
hell's no.
Oh.
Do you want Tim? Do you want to toe wrestle her?
She already
don't
took
think
off her
so.
shoes.
I'm
Isabel, you
I'm
want to toe
sorry.
wrestle? Wait, what do you?
I have
she's
boots
always
on.
no.
I'm always
she's
shoeless.
always shoeless.
This is how
Oh,
I ground
she's in her
myself.
yoga
Yeah,
pose.
I am. This is how I ground
She's
myself. Thank
she's a
you.
yoga
I am
instructor.
a yogi.
Namaste.
Is that
Namaste.
is yogi? Is that's what you
Yeah,
call?
that's what you call
Hey,
it.
boo boo, want to go bend ourselves and end up not being able to get off the ground? Gee, yogi, last time we did that, I couldn't move for a week. So there's toe wrestle. Can you toe wrestle? Can you really?
I don't
toe
know. I've
wrestle?
never tried
Okay.
before.
Well, let's
Maybe if I remove my big toenail.
You could try that on the beach.
Oh,
Jamaica.
yeah.
Sure.
We could toe wrestle
we
in
could have
Jamaica.
because we do the flippy cup. We do the what do we
Add
do?
toe
We
wrestling.
do flippy cup, Let me
Belly
get
flop,
there.
flip cup.
Belly flop, flippy cup. What's the other? There's
Well, whatever the destination can do, you can either.
different contests.
We can add the toe wrestling on the
Leah
beach.
could have a yoga session
Oh,
one
yeah,
day,
yeah.
and then we could do toe wrestling
Yeah,
one
You're
day.
gonna incorporate a wellness.
Why
Yeah.
not?
There's some
mindfulness.
creepy guys listening now. They're going,
Oh,
"I'm gonna be
man,
toe
you do
wrestling."
yoga.
Is that included? I'll toe wrestle Leah on the trip. Well, I just signed up right now, so
It's not included. That pay
Oh.
is extra.
that's extra.
That is extra.
All right.
Ben Woodruff. He is in
freak.
England. Well, yes, but he's a resident of England. He had his big toenails removed in order to win the World Toe Wrestling
So the
Championship.
toenails hinder your ability
Apparently
to toe wrestle.
so. Apparently
is that
so.
cheating? Is that like performance enhancing?
I'm not
think
sure.
so.
Did they call him out for that? No?
Well, the 34-year-old says that he also broke bones training to beat
Wow.
the reigning
Good God.
champion,
Wow.
Alan Nasty Nash, a few years ago.
Oh yeah, Nasty Nash, man, he's good. I thought he would just until he retired win it every year.
You're never gonna win.
Nasty Nash is
Alan
so good. It's like
Nasty.
that. It's like that chestnut who does the hot dog
Yeah.
eating. Nasty Nash is the chestnut of pro wrestling world.
Of course,
Yeah.
everybody knows that,
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah.
But a few years ago, as he got better, he realized that his toenail was causing him problems and
Yeah.
pushing into his skin. So
Yeah.
then he got removed. He says, "I'm competitive. You have to be as a world champion." Ben's nickname now is Total Destruction.
All right, shut up, man. You're done.
Oh.
You're done. That is close to Mike's
Wow.
suspension. Total. That's beyond dad joke. And I got called out for my golf joke. Come on. So I looked it up on the web here, and there is indeed toe wrestling on
you
YouTube.
watching
If you want
videos?
to, this is ridiculous. Yes,
Go
toe
eat your
wrestling.
cookies after that.
Toe wrestling is ridiculous. It looks like it's.
Oh wow.
It looks like it's arm wrestling, but with your
But with your
toes. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you
You're just
use
trying to push the
all
toe
of your
down.
toes?
Yeah, no, you interlock your big toe and the second toe with his, and then you just
Okay.
want to get them. You want to push them over to the side or whatever.
It's the
so,
same game face I see on some of the CFGers.
and it looks like they're pooping.
belly
Is
flop.
what it looks like.
and they
their
give each other
face.
a high five. at
Yeah,
the
they're all.
end.
It's all good. It's a camaraderie, if you will. My dad didn't have toenails, and I never saw him toe wrestle. That is a wasted
Wait
opportunity.
a second. Why didn't your dad have toenails?
Apparently, he was a secret closet toe wrestler, and I didn't know. Thanks a lot for not telling me, Dad. Little Bob Marley action. Cabin fever getaway to Jamaica in February. If you go on the trip, you might meet the man, the myth, the legend, Dong Enclosure. Bob's on the phone. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Tom. How you doing this morning?
Good. How's your head?
It's there's the mark's still there, which just relates me back to how fun these trips really are.
He's happy to have a scar because he got it on the
Tells a
cabin
good
fever
story.
getaway. Right. They used to be.
Exactly.
I have scars on my head. Used to be back in the day, and you can Google this. Guys would dueling scars were considered very sexy. Scars on your face or whatever. If guys didn't get scars in actual like sword duels or whatever, they would intentionally cut their faces so they would have they had a dueling scar. Bob is badass. He got his when people ask him, "How'd you get your scar, Bob?" He goes, "Belly flop contest." What was that? did you say belly flop contest? Anyway, and he was wearing nothing but a couple of pieces of WIIL Rock bumper sticker and a paper towel cardboard tube. Well, you know where it was.
Did he use a paper towel one or a toilet paper one?
Which was it? Yes, was it paper towel or toilet paper?
I
Bob,
want to know the size
how big
of the
is
dog
it?
enclosure.
Is it manageable?
Tom, it was neither. It was bumper stickers only.
You just because it looked like a tube. You were.
It did. I had to make fashion it into that to make it work properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But even with the injury, you have since gone on another cabin fever getaway. Were you in the belly flop contest again after that? Did you? If you fell off that horse, did you get back on? No, that was one and done.
No, I was a judge.
Okay.
They relegated me to a judge.
That's probably
year,
best.
so,
You're an idiot. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, how many cabin fever trips have you been on, Dog Enclosure?
I actually just started going 4 years ago, and once I went, I've been listening to you for a long time, and I finally said we should go on one of these things. And my God, there's no question. I mean, I'm online booking it right now because I was at Your Flies Open yesterday, and so I'm trying to get in. But yeah, it's looking forward. I'm looking at pictures. The place looks great. I know they're redoing it. It's going to be an awesome place.
So let me ask you this. I mean, because you're saying 4 times, you've gone on the same vacation, on the same group of people, different places, Well, a couple of times it was the same place then if it's been the past 4 runs. Why do you go year after year? Because I say it and people are like, oh, you're trying to sell it. I don't have to sell it. It sells out.
Itself.
It's a public service announcement when I tell you about it. Why do you go on year after year after year?
Only because of Doug and Lynn. No, but that's a good example.
Everybody loves Doug and Lynn. They've probably gone on this for 20 years.
I think they said 14.
Yeah.
The first year, that's a good example. And truly, Tom, I mean, we've got a dozen or more friends we didn't know a lot of people, nobody going on the trip. We went, just my wife and I went, and we've got a dozen people. I've already checked with people like, yeah, we're booked. We booked yesterday.
And you hang out with them back here at home too. It's not just on a trip. You hang out with them here at home too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We meet them at events and all sorts of things. So,
but they won't make eye contact. They won't make eye contact with Bob because they all they see is Dog Enclosure. That's his name for himself, by the way. He gave himself a nickname, and every time I see him, he walks up to me. He says, "Tom, remember me? I'm Dog Enclosure." I'm like, at first I didn't recognize him with his clothes on.
Naturally, let me see your dog first.
Wait a minute. I'm not so sure I fashion. I tried to tame it down to bumper sticker Bob, but that nobody let me do that.
Bob.
Nothing's as good as Dog Enclosure bumper sticker Bob. All right, let me ask you one more question. One more. Did we prearrange this call? Are you a plant? Are you a stooge for me here? I only knew it was you because the caller ID said your name, and I'm like, well, that's Dog Enclosure right there.
Yeah.
We didn't even discuss this yesterday at the golf. How'd you golf yesterday?
No, you didn't give me the time of day. At least I had a chance to meet Leah, her husband.
Well, I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man.
Her father-in-law, Rob.
What do you mean I didn't give you the time of day? I shook your hand and we talked about your penis. What are you talking about?
How much more
Which, by
do
the
you
way,
want?
if you're talking about a man's penis, never shake his hand. Never. That's rule number 1, Bob. And I shook your hand.
I know.
I talked to you. Let me ask you this, Bob. Let me ask you, how'd you golf yesterday? You didn't use the dong for golfing, did you? That would be a trick.
Not this time.
Not this time. All right. Let me ask you this. People see the price and they get sticker shock because they don't realize that's not only the flight and the transfers to and from the airport there in Jamaica and the travel leaders people and the hotel, the beautiful suite, and you can see the ocean and that, but then it's all your meals and all your drinks. Am I lying? This is the best deal you're going to get in a vacation is one of these all-inclusive trips, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, I just looked at the resort itself, and this feels way better than if you just book the room by itself. Forget about all the other fun stuff that happens with Jim and Justin and, the good guy. It's fun. It's
so
just
our
great
version
time.
of it all-inclusive, we add things and then that makes it even better. And you can't, we've had people book around us and save $3 and the people that tried to go on our trip.
Right.
But then you don't get to go to the private events. And also you're kind of being a jagoff if you try and sneak your way into our, having the band there and the PA and all of our private events, that costs extra money for the travel company.
Yeah.
So, but generally our prices are better than you can get. So anyway, all right, Bob. All right. I'll let you go. I know you have some weird crap you're probably doing today. So, all right.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see you around, buddy. All right.
All right. Thanks. Take care, guys.
I can't look at him and not think of that thing. I can see it in my mind.
I
can. And then I was a judge for that belly flop contest. He was injured. And I thought that's what he injured, but he whacked his head is what he did. So you won't get hurt on the trip. Just don't be like Bob.
Don't be like Bob.
Yeah. Bob made a mistake there. Hey, Bob. There are special events. We do. Jim and Justin go for Modern Day Romeos. Every day they write a song about what happened the previous day. That's very exciting. If you get in the song, they pick a daily Duco who is someone who stood out above the others in the fun, the merriment, if you will, in the Cabin Fever getaway. And then we have the private events. So you said we have a welcome party and farewell party. We always have that. And there's something special with these this year?
Well, yes, absolutely. So I won't disclose all the details, but I will say that at least for the farewell, and remember we have a midweek event. So we have like typically a pool concert.
Jim and Justin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So for the farewell event, we're looking to make it more fun. So we're,
it's so lame before.
No, making more fun. I said it's always fun.
Right,
we're just going to really
Turn
it up. Oh, absolutely.
It's going up to 11. You see,
so
other ones go
to 11.
Others go to 10.
We go to
ours is going to 11.
11.
Couldn't you just make it the same amount of fun and just call that 10?
Well, here, let me go ahead and share some detail here. So we're going to have it on the beach versus just, we're not going to do it inside a restaurant or a brewery or something like this.
On the beach
that's fun.
in Jamaica. Yeah.
On the beach. Absolutely. So we're going to make sure we go
That's
big
why you
this
be in
time. It's
Jamaica.
25-year anniversary. So
Is there going to be a dance floor?
There's
the
always a
beach?
dance.
There's-
You can
oh,
dance
the
on the
beach is your
beach.
dance
You can dance
floor.
anywhere. You're in
Toes-
Jamaica,
something
Leah.
about toes in the sand. I didn't want to say the word toes, but in this case,
Yeah, Leah will take her shoes off and start wrestling with you.
My shoes are already off. I just have to start the wrestling.
And then there's Lisa's big deal, big thing.
My name's Leah, but I mean tomato.
What I said Leah's big deal.
You did not.
You
You
said
said Lisa.
I said Leah's big deal.
You said
Get
Lisa's.
a $100 bill out and let's go to the audio.
Let's go.
All right.
$100. 100%. Just call me Lisa.
All right, Leah.
I mean, that's fine, but
All right.
I like Lisa. $100 though. I want to see your $100
Are you ready
bill.
with your money? I got 2 50s. Do you
Two
have a $100
50s.
bill?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
Look at me.
I do.
I have a $100 bill. All right. Let's go to the
Let's go to the audio.
let's go to the tape. Here we go. Hold on. Leah. Damn it. I'll get it up. 2 50s. I don't have 100.
Lisa.
All right. So Emily has something she wants to talk about.
I do.
What
My
is
big
it?
D.
What is your big deal?
My big D. Okay.
What is your big
are we
deal,
gonna do
Emily?
this now?
Yes.
This is huge.
happening?
This is huge
Why
news
is this
for
a big
me.
deal?
Because I'm on the travel leaders website right now,
Yeah.
and looking at all the different packages and everything that you get, and when we get there, there's going to be extra things to do, like the excursions we haven't talked about yet. But specifically, I am not working while we're there.
Why are you not working while we're there?
It just says a broadcast from Tom Keefe every morning, so that's you, buddy.
Son of a. But you know what? You got to pay $100 to have
Rise
the
and
week
shine
off.
with a live morning radio broadcast with Tom Keefe every weekday from 10 until 10.
Travel Leaders has
well, we just weren't
15
sure
minutes
use
to correct it.
Lisa or
Or
Leah.
Leah.
Yeah,
or
or choosing Emily
yeah.
or whatever.
Joni.
What
Also,
your name.
there's probably going to be another reduction in force by
I
then.
won't
So
be there.
yeah,
Oh, I'm going.
Bad
With the
news.
show or not, I'm
Bad,
there.
bad news for you, Gretchen. Went on the cabin fever getaway one year with a friend as my plus one, and he snored. I'm not going to say who it was, but he had a very, very good rumble, and I didn't get a lot of sleep. If you know somebody like that, sinusandsnoringmd.com is the place to go so you get better sleep. If you think you're getting a good night's rest and you're a snorer, you're not. You get rid of that snoring, you will get a better night's rest, and your entire life will be better. With sinusandsnoringmd.com, Dr. Swerdlin and his team can get rid of that snoring. He can fix your sleep apnea, take care of your allergy problems, everything in the ear, nose, throat, sinuses. He takes care of. Go see Dr. Swerdlin. Sleep better, be more rested, and have a better quality life. 4 locations, so they're nearby: Kenosha, Oak Creek, and Mount Prospect. Now open in Lombard. You don't need a referral. Most insurance is accepted. And the place to get the ball rolling to a better night's rest is sinusandsnoringmd.com. I hope Travel Leaders has fixed the typo on the website. Otherwise,
No, that wasn't a typo.
this will be our final trip with them for the cabin fever getaway. I'm probably going to get riffed out of here anyway. So anyway,
my goodness, no one's getting riffed.
So Isabel is here from Travel Leaders. We have not touched on the excursions yet because we talk about all the stuff going on at the resort. But yeah, you leave the resort and you go have some fun too. You can stay at the resort and not spend any more money. You don't even have to tip if you don't. You can pay for this trip and literally take no money. on the trip. So you know what you're paying for your vacation up front. But if you want to go on an excursion, get out a couple bucks. There are lots of fun things to do in Jamaica. And because we're in Montego Bay, you can do things all the way from Ocho Rios to Negril. And right there in Montego Bay, we have some fun excursions. What are the highlights here? Because you get very excited about the excursions.
Yes, no. Well, we're going to visit the world famous Dunn's River Falls and Park. So I really enjoy this one.
I enjoyed that one. It's cold.
Yes.
When you first get in, but you're sitting. These are the kind of pictures you see that look like you're in a postcard.
Yes.
You're in a waterfall.
Mhm.
It's the kind of stuff you see in movies and on postcards.
Absolutely. So one of the wonderful things, it's great price. You get to visit Dunn's River Falls, and it's essentially it's where at the end of the falls you can actually it meets the ocean, so you're able to touch the beach.
It is an estuary, if you will.
Yes. So it's authentic to the destination. Essentially, it's in Ocho Rios, so it's a different section of Jamaica. So I always say get out, venture out when you can, and we always want to put some authentic excursions out there for guests to try and participate in. We try to mix it up so you're not always doing a catamaran. So we hear you loud and clear. We also
I love the catamaran.
I do too, but
the booze cruise.
there's only so much catamarans people can actually go on, and then they want something different. So then we also added this year the Luminous Lagoon, and this is a night event. So it's essentially an evening excursion.
Luminous Lagoon sounds like a nut that glows, which see your urologist. No, it's so how does it have that like that fluorescent algae?
Correct.
Really?
Yes. So
I didn't even know they had that there.
Yeah, so it's in that particular cove area is where the amoeba, where you go into the water and you touch the amoeba and then they activate and they light up. So there's not
So cool.
many places in the world you can do that.
Fireflies in the water.
That's that's what it looks like.
I've been on, this is my 25th cabin fever getaway. I've been to, I don't know, 50 all-inclusive trips or whatever, through the years, whatever. Listen to me, blah, blah. But this is something I have never done. I've never even seen this anywhere.
So will you be participating?
Yeah, I'm doing this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and it's at night.
And it's at night.
In the morning, Leah can't go because she has to do the show solo, but I can go on the morning one.
There's limited space on both, but I mean, if you are interested in the evening one,
yeah,
the Luminous Lagoon.
Yeah.
I want both.
Yeah, so both are fantastic. So I can't wait to hear your feedback once you go to the Luminous Lagoon one as well.
All right. There's a lot of other fun stuff.
We've never done a night excursion.
Yeah, there's a lot of other fun stuff.
Yeah.
We've done night catamaran rides in the past, but not anything like that. Not get in the water and have the luminous. That's very exciting.
It is very exciting.
Yeah. Different stuff. It's very cool.
Yeah, I
Of
can't
course,
wait
you
to
got the
see.
usual stuff. You can swim with the dolphins or ride the bobsled, or it's not actually a snowy bobsled, but you can climb the falls and all. Dunn's River Falls, you walk up it, zigzag back and forth.
Have you been?
And you hold, Dunn's River Falls, you hold hands with people and that you just met, and you climb up the falls.
Right behind
So if you fall, you take everybody with you.
Okay, perfect.
You won't fall.
No, I've never seen anybody fall, but I've climbed it. But you
So
sit
beautiful.
in spots, and then they take your picture. They take your thing, and they take your picture, and it's like a postcard. Yeah, it's very cool. A lot of good excursions in Jamaica. If you want to go, phone lines are open. Call Travel Leaders at 833-TL Trips, 833-TL Trips, or get all the details and book online right there on the main page now at 95WIILRock.com. It is 9:24.
It is going to be sunny today, high around 80.
All right, last call for questions. Up next, we're going to get those answered on the text line, 815-283-0095. Studio, the first word in your message, followed by your questions for Isabel from Travel Leaders. She's here, Travel Leaders and Fun Jet Vacations, taking us on CFG 2024 in February. I'm going to say January a bunch of times by accident. Just let it go. In February to
February
Jamaica
3rd.
with 95 WIIL Rock, the rock station. Hailstorm on 95 Will Rock, the Rock Station. Will Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah. It's 9:28.
It's going to be mostly sunny today and 80 tonight, an overnight low of 57. And tomorrow it's going to be sunny and 85. It is 72 now in Gurnee and 73 in Zion.
Quickly before the
Happy hour news.
A couple of things I'm noticing are included. Club Mo Bay is included on our trip, the Cabin Fever Getaway, which is the VIP lounge at the airport.
Correct. It's the Club Mobay VIP Departure Lounge. So we're actually using it on the return. So you're going to fast track through customs and security. There's no waiting.
That's awesome.
Then you end up in, so this is already included in your package. And then you get complimentary food and drinks there as well in
This
the
is
lounge.
a big deal. This is a
Huge
big.
deal.
Have you ever been to like an international airport, one of these destinations?
Mhm.
Sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it's eh. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. And they've remodeled their lounge, and they also have a new lounge on site. And then they obviously
Food and drinks are included.
Food and drinks are
Like
included. Like
beer?
Jamaican
Beer?
patties, Red Stripe.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all
All the
right.
things. I've tried it. It's phenomenal. It's the way to travel,
Yeah.
especially on the return for
Yes,
sure.
All right.
Private restrooms, very clean, of course. Free Wi-Fi, super important because sometimes it's hard to get Wi-Fi.
All right.
You know, you got to post the social media, post all those pictures you
Sure,
didn't realize you took.
sure.
They also have spa services at additional cost. So while you're waiting, you want a
There's
little
spa at the. Are you
massage
saying at the airport still?
at the airport
Oh,
in the
oh,
lounge,
there
so
you
you
go.
can get a quick 30-minute massage.
That's cool.
I want a vacation to
Zen.
the
Just
airport
the
in
airport,
Jamaica. Yeah.
Yes.
You go to Jamaica. Where'd you stay?
Resort.
Airport. I'm that Tom Hanks guy. I live in the Jamaican airport. And then on the website for the resort, it says, by the way, if you search the resort, don't accidentally go on the wrong one. There's a bunch of pictures of people with kids and stuff. This is the adults only
Hideaway.
the hideaway. It says sport event. It says sport event guarantee. That means like because the football playoffs will be going on.
Mhm.
Well, actually, it's the week before the Super Bowl, so we won't miss any games the week we fly out because there aren't any, and we won't miss the Super Bowl
That falls on
because we
Sunday, we're
come back
on
the day
Saturday.
before.
Correct.
But if there are games you want to see, they
Sports bar.
guarantee you're going to see them in the sports. They will
That's
have
cool.
you
Yep.
can-
Just let us know,
Yeah.
and we can also let
All
the
right.
staff know.
All right, and then right under that it says satellite television, which is included. But then it says with specialty channels. Are these like channels 98 and 99 at the one resort we were
Hopefully
at?
the 5th.
Are they? Do you know or not? Do you know or not? This is why we need to do this hard hat inspection, is so we can find out what these
We'll leave that
specialty,
content.
because we've been to resorts, and this is an adults only resort.
Yeah.
We've been to
That's
resorts where they
included?
have two channels,
Specialty.
specialty channels
Oh, chicka wow wow.
from hardcore specialty. And what it is it's the last two channels when you're scrolling. So if you turn on your TV and you scroll backwards, it's the first thing you see.
You're set up.
You're like, oh, okay. So you don't know. Do you know? You don't know. You don't know. You're not going to say. All right, she doesn't
yeah.
want to say. Brian's listening. Her boss is listening. All right. Questions and answers for Isabel about the Cabin Fever Getaway. Operators are standing by now at Travel Leaders. 833-TL trips. Or get all the details and book online at 95willrock.com. But we'll get your text questions, or at least some of them, answered coming up next.
It is time for the 95 Will Rock Happy Hour News. Researchers at Harvard claim that they've discovered a fountain of youth pill that could reverse aging.
Okay.
Harvard researcher.
This is actually Harvard.
Yeah, this is
This is
Harvard.
not Harvard, Illinois.
No.
This is not like
This is
come to milk
Harvard.
days, have a glass of milk. You'll look a year younger.
No.
This is Harvard
This is
University
Harvard.
in
The
Massachusetts.
Harvard, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Researcher David Sinclair shared the findings in
Sounds
July's
like a-
medical journal.
Sounds like a fancy guy.
He is pretty fancy. That medical journal just titled Aging. He says we've previously shown age reversal in possible using gene therapy to turn on something I can't pronounce, but a certain kind of gene.
That.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he says now we show it's possible with chemical cocktails, a step forward towards affordable whole body rejuvenation.
Affordable. Rich people will get it.
I don't know. He says it's affordable.
Keith Richards has been guzzling this stuff for years. He's a trillion years old. He looks it, but he'll never die.
That's the
'Cause
same
he
with
gets
the,
rich
that,
and famous people get it.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
He also
looks
does
the same.
not
Yeah.
age. Paul
Yeah.
Rudd does not age.
Same dude.
Maybe
It's
they
the
were
rich people.
testing. Maybe
It's
they
the
were testing on.
Hollywood elites are getting it.
Maybe they were testing it on them
Yeah.
because this has been going on for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I heard because they eat babies, but okay. It was on the internet.
Baby eaters.
Baby eaters. No,
That's
so
the
this is an
fountain of
actual thing.
This is an actual
from
thing.
Harvard. This is actually, and this is not some malarkey you found online and
Nope.
it's fake. Yeah.
6 chemical cocktails
All right.
that can reverse visual signs of aging and
Yep.
extend lifespans
Yes.
in less than a week.
I can tell you when it'll be available.
When?
The day after I die. There it is. I'm getting mostly the questions I expected online, so I'll just combine them and ask three basic questions of the ones. The first one is about drinking. Is it top shelf liquor, and is it all inclusive? Like they're not going to cut you off. Like it's not 8 drink. There's a cruise line, I think, that
There
limits your
is not a
numbers of drinks.
limit.
Yeah.
No, but if you obviously start getting out of hand,
Yeah,
they
Well, they
don't
don't want you to
advise
die.
you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I always highly recommend hydrate.
I do.
I was saying that at the Harley Davidson event this week, and all the people. I'm like, 1 beer and then
A glass of water.
no, 1 more beer. What is wrong with you people?
I do the glass
you
of water.
People.
You people,
All right.
you.
So it's not. They don't say, "All right, you have 8 a day." All right, man, you've had your 8. All right. So there's, and then the other big one is, what about weed? Here's the thing: it's illegal to
It's
smoke
illegal, man.
marijuana in Jamaica. Duco, the 1 year, got busted, and he was trying to. I don't know if I'll find the audio someday. He tried to convince the security guard who told him to stop that it was bacon because he had bacon scented rolling papers.
What?
And the guy's like, no.
Not buying it on.
The guy confiscated it, and I'm sure smoked it, which is not a problem. When you get to Jamaica, before you get to the resort, Isabel's not allowed to have this conversation with us. She's not talking right now. When you get,
I'm listening. I'm attentive.
it's legal in this state.
That's
Isabel.
why I'm quiet, 'cause I
we've
don't know
done
what
it
I
on
can
the
and
air
can't
now.
say.
Not in Wisconsin.
But well, it's legal where you're sitting, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, it was legal in California when I lived there.
So before you get to the resort, you will be offered marijuana 38 times.
Yeah.
And it is more than you can. The one purchase will carry you through the week, because multiple times One time we buried it. Duca went on the equipment check trip and buried it in the sand and then drew a treasure map for people when they came on the trip.
Okay.
And then people were digging up the beach. And the resort manager was like, why are they digging up my beach? I explained it to him and nobody found it. And Duca was like, I swear that palm tree wasn't there. I'm like, okay, Duca, they planted a full-grown palm tree to throw your map off. Maybe you were stoned when you drew it. The other time, there was one on top of an ice machine. This is when there were 2 towers. And it was on top of an ice machine on the 10th floor, the leftover extra marijuana. And so on the bus on the way there, we told everybody where it was. The bus stop, people skipped the welcome drink and the check-in right away.
So they could go get it.
And beelined it there. And that was still sitting on. It's plentiful, but it's illegal.
It's illegal, Mom.
to smoke marijuana in Jamaica.
Yes.
Noted.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
And that will stop everyone.
What about
no.
with my medical card?
it's illegal to
It's
smoke
illegal
marijuana.
to have medical card in
Yes,
Jamaica.
it's illegal in Jamaica,
Yeah.
otherwise known as ganja.
Ganja
That's
man.
the same thing.
One year,
Don't buy the
Daryl, who
ganja.
is the president of the Smiley Face Club, these are the hopheads on the Cabin Fever Getaway.
This is Daryl.
There's
Okay.
Daryl. Yeah. He went with the Jamaican bartender
Okay.
and went into the mountains to the place where they grow the marijuana and did a
Okay.
tour. Unofficial and not sanctioned by the travel company in any way.
Unofficial.
Don't do
do
that.
No,
But also, it
unofficial.
seemed pretty cool. I didn't go. But there's,
But they have this beautiful Blue Mountain coffee there too.
plenty of marijuana and get high as you want. Just don't get caught.
Blue
That's-
Mountain coffee. Yes.
Yes. Travel leaders remind you it's illegal. Don't do anything illegal. Let's see what else. Oh, the other one was price. Everybody wants to know price. Now listen, when you see the price, you'll be like, oh, God. That's not for your air and your resort, your room, your suite. That's for your air, your direct flights from Chicago or Milwaukee,
Your food,
your suite, travel leaders, people to take care of any problems or hiccups and help you do that. The private WIIL Rock events are included. Jim and Justin there from Modern Day Romeos, but also all your meals and all your drinks for a week. When you do the math, there's not a better deal in travel than this. And it's zero stress because you don't worry about how much you spend on your trip. You know it up front. You don't have that usual vacation. Oh, how much I spend, how much I have left, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and pricing is up on the website as well. So we have that outlined there as well. So you
There's
can review
different prices
depending on the room category that you're booking.
where you're flying out and all that
And
stuff.
yes,
So
what
go
flight
look at
package.
it, but it's a deal. What is the lowest number for a double occupancy?
Absolutely. So 2659,
2659. That is all your meals, all
Based
your
on
drinks,
double
all that,
per
based on
person.
2 people. Yeah. If you don't have somebody to go, your life is, you have lame friends. You'll have 200 new best friends by the end of this trip. Next year, you'll have plenty of people to go with. So
I actually think there's a
you need, so you raised your hand. You need somebody to go with.
No. Well,
Hat
maybe
is not going.
Hat's going to go. I think there might be a 2599 out of
This
Chicago.
is for the Milwaukee Global
Okay.
X Airlines. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's out of Milwaukee.
If
So
you go
yeah,
out of
if you
Chicago.
are going out of Midway, and we must remember there's limited space on this as well. It's 2599 based on double for luxury room, which is leading category.
All right. And then there's
So
other
per
upgrades
person.
and all that. whatever
Correct.
else. All right.
So yes, and Southwest Airlines 2 bags fly free.
that's
that's a plus.
a sell to me. Do we get to choose where we're flying out of?
Yeah, kind
You
of.
do until it sells out.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. Listeners do. She's asking
Oh,
if we get it.
listeners.
She doesn't,
Oh,
give, a, she doesn't
you.
give a rat's ass
No,
about anybody but herself.
Who's listening?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
see.
that's not true.
You may, to some degree, Leah, be nice to Tom. And we shall see. We shall see. It is 9:42.
I have to be nice to you.
Well, if you want to pick where you fly out of, yeah.
It's going to be mostly sunny and 80 today, Tom. A beautiful day
It's
for
my
a beautiful
dance.
guy.
Do you need that $100 I owe you from the
Yeah.
thing before?
Well,
Well,
I'm
there's
flying
the
out of Midway.
There went
Jamaican
the nice to
patties.
Tom. There it went. There it went. So 9:42. Hey, coming up, your chance tomorrow. No, not tomorrow night. Thursday night to win a trip for 2 on the Cabin Fever Getaway to Jamaica. 95 WIIL Rock Find Your Beach Cabin Fever Getaway giveaway with Corona, part of the 95 WIIL Rock 95 Days of Summer. This Thursday night, Leah is out with your chance to qualify. Only 11 people qualifying, and then somebody wins this trip. We're getting there too, where we're going to be doing the drawing on August 10th. Corona on special shove, concert tickets Thursday night starting at 7. Dockers right there on Grand Avenue in Fox Lake. Beautiful place to qualify to win a trip for 2 on the Cabin Fever Getaway. That's this Thursday night with Corona and 95 WIIL Rock, the rock station. Isabel's here from Travel Leaders. We announced the Cabin Fever Getaway this morning. The all-in luxury, not all-inclusive, all-in luxury hideaway at the Royalton Blue Waters in Jamaica. Is it Montego Bay, or do we call it Runaway Bay, or what do we call it?
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay.
Mo
So
Bay.
it's not a huge trip from the airport. You get your transfers included, all the other stuff included. There's before we let you go, there's two things. You have an option here. John from Travel Leaders, your coworker. She got that look of fear in her face. He suggested that I make you join the Malort Club.
Oh no!
Or your other option is you can sing the Jamaica song for us. I'm
already part of the Malort Club.
Well, you can rejoin the Malort Club, or are you part of the club? Did you have 3 shots?
Oh, the shots? No, I tasted it and it just terrible.
Tasting it doesn't
No, you
put
gotta
you in the
take
club.
you
You
have
have
to
3
drink it. I
shots.
just
of
smelled it
them.
and it was terrible.
No, smelling it and tasting it. You have 3 shots to be in the club.
Well,
so.
remember our beautiful lady made us a beautiful drink with it, and it was actually
It's a
tasty.
nightmare.
Hmm.
There's no
Sounds
beautiful drink with
terrible.
Malort. So
Sing
you
a
can
song.
have 3 shots of Malort, or you can sing the Jamaica song. What do you want to do?
I could sing you a Jamaican song. I don't know
Well,
the
you
Jamaican
said you
song.
had a Jamaica
a
song.
Jamaican
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
I don't know if
said
it's
you had-
appropriate
when you
for
got
out
It
one.
here.
is. Chronic. Yeah, it's a decent song.
No, it was. It was the. I thought it was the other one
is.
that you were showing me. What is it called?
Skank and sweet. Everybody want to feel Irie. So everybody wants to feel all right.
Irie is
Jamaica
all right.
vibes.
Feeling
Yeah, man.
Irie, man.
Yeah, man.
I have no idea what's going on the other side of the counter right now.
Really? It's
Yeah.
Chronics. It's a
it
Jamaican
going.
singer.
All
Keep
right.
it going.
Absolutely.
Well, you haven't sung any yet. You did like one line.
I'm just, I
She's- that was
want to
just
do
a
half
All
and
right,
half.
get the
Malort.
bottle of Malort out. Get the bottle of Malort out. I'll let you off the hook. Isabel, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
We're halfway
So
sold out.
excited.
It's day 1. If you want to go, pull the pin. Don't wait. Pull the trigger. Get it done. 95wheelrock.com. You can get all the details and book right there. Or you can call Travel Leaders at 833-TL Trips. If you have questions, they'll answer them for you. Put your deposit down. Lock in your space. It's going to sell out. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Travel Leaders. Thank you, FunJet, for doing this with us again.
Absolutely. Thank you to our beautiful travel advisors, knowledgeable and sweet and hardworking. Thank you for taking the calls and all the bookings. To our operations team, Clarissa, Mandy, love you all. Thank you so much for holding down the fort.
Shout outs. I like it. Travel Leaders at 833-TL Trips, or book online at 95wheelrock.com. It's 9:48.
It's going to be mostly sunny today with a high of 80.
So I know it's going to be that warm. Book the CFG so you don't freeze your ass off in February when we're there. And make this the year you finally go with 95 Wheel Rock, the rock station.